Planning in India has been a crucial aspect of the country's economic development since its independence in 1947. Over the years, various planning strategies have been proposed and implemented to address the nation's socio-economic challenges. A brief overview of plans. Bombay Plan. The Bombay Plan was a set of proposals put forward by leading industrialists from Bombay, now Mumbai, in 1944. The plan emphasized the need for large-scale industrialization, private enterprise, and reduction of government control over the economy. However, it faced criticism for its focus on capital-intensive industries, which could lead to unequal growth and neglect of labor-intensive sectors. People's Plan. The People's Plan was a decentralized planning approach promoted by the government during the early years of independence. It sought to involve local communities in the planning process and give them the power to make decisions about their development priorities. However, due to administrative challenges and lack of adequate resources, the implementation of the People's Plan was limited, and central planning continued to play a dominant role. Mahalanobis Plan. Proposed by the eminent economist Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis in the 1950s, the Mahalanobis Plan aimed to promote rapid industrialization in India through a planned economy. The plan emphasized the growth of heavy industries and infrastructure to support economic development. While it contributed to some industrial growth, it also faced criticisms for neglecting agriculture and focusing excessively on capital-intensive industries. Wage Good Model. The Wage Good Model is a planning approach that focuses on increasing the real wages of workers to boost consumption and demand for goods and services. By raising the purchasing power of the masses, the model aims to stimulate economic growth. However, implementing this model requires striking a balance between wage growth and inflation control. Gandhian Plan. The Gandhian Plan was based on the principles advocated by Mahatma Gandhi, emphasizing self-reliance, village-based economies, and the welfare of the rural population. It emphasized cottage industries, small-scale enterprises, and the use of indigenous resources to uplift the rural economy. While this plan aligned with Gandhian ideals, its feasibility and scalability in the modern industrial era were questioned. Mobilization of resources. In the context of India's planning, mobilization of resources refers to the efforts made by the government to collect financial and non-financial resources necessary for implementing various development projects and schemes. This includes raising funds through taxation, borrowing, foreign aid, and other means, as well as effectively allocating these resources to different sectors of the economy. The mobilization of resources has been a constant challenge for India's planners. Ensuring adequate funds for development projects while maintaining fiscal discipline, reducing economic disparities, and promoting sustainable growth remains a complex task. It is important to note that the information provided here is a general overview, and these issues and plans might have evolved or changed over time. Additional information. Bombay Plan. The Bombay Plan was drafted in 1944 by prominent industrialists such as J.R.D. Tata, G.D. Birla, and others. It proposed a blueprint for India's economic development after independence. The plan advocated for heavy industrialization focusing on sectors like steel, chemicals, machinery, and heavy engineering. Private enterprise and limited government intervention in economic activities. Reduction of trade barriers and liberalization of the economy to encourage foreign investments. Example: the Bombay Plan's emphasis on heavy industries led to the establishment of public sector enterprises like Hindustan Steel, now SAIL, and Hindustan Machine Tools (HMT). These played a significant role in India's industrialization during the early decades of independence. Mahalanobis Plan. The Mahalanobis Plan was formulated by the Indian economist Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis in the 1950s. It focused on balanced economic growth through targeted industrialization, scientific planning, and resource allocation. Example: one of the central components of the Mahalanobis Plan was the establishment of the Indian Statistical Institute (ISI) in Kolkata in 1931, which later played a crucial role in data collection, analysis, and formulating economic policies based on statistical data. Gandhian Plan. The Gandhian Plan was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's vision of self-reliant and decentralized rural economies. It advocated for the promotion of cottage industries and small-scale enterprises to empower rural communities. Example: the Khadi and Village Industries Commission (KVIC) was established in 1956 to promote khadi handspun and handwoven cloth and village industries across India. This initiative aimed to provide sustainable livelihoods to rural artisans and reduce dependency on mass-produced goods. Mobilization of resources. Mobilizing resources effectively is essential for the successful implementation of development projects and social welfare programs. Example: Goods and Services Tax (GST) implementation in India in 2017 aimed to streamline the indirect tax system, making it more efficient and transparent. By unifying various taxes, GST enhanced tax collection and revenue mobilization for the government, enabling better allocation of resources for developmental initiatives. People's Plan. The People's Plan focused on decentralized planning and community involvement in decision-making. Example: Kerala, a state in India, experimented with decentralized planning through the People's Plan campaign (PPC) in the 1990s. It empowered local governments panchayats to prepare and implement their own development plans, allocating resources based on local priorities. Wage Good Model. The Wage Good Model aims to boost economic growth by increasing the real wages of workers, leading to higher consumption and demand. Example: the implementation of the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act (MGNREGA) in 2005 aimed to provide guaranteed wage employment to rural households. By enhancing rural incomes, the program aimed to stimulate rural demand, leading to increased economic activity. 5-year plans. One of the key mechanisms of planning in India has been the 5-year plans. These plans are comprehensive blueprints that set out the country's economic and social development goals for 5-year periods. The first 5-year plan was launched in 1951, and several subsequent plans followed until 2017. Example: the first 5-year plan 1951-1956 focused on agrarian reforms, irrigation, and power projects to boost agricultural productivity. It also emphasized industrialization, with an emphasis on the public sector's role in strategic industries. Green Revolution. The Green Revolution was an important agricultural development strategy implemented during the 1960s and 1970s. It aimed to increase agricultural productivity through the adoption of high-yielding crop varieties, improved irrigation, and increased use of fertilizer and pesticide.